Imagine a tiny puppy stranded on a narrow cliff ledge, the ocean roaring below. The sun hung low in the sky as a group of hikers traversed a rugged trail along the coastline. It was during this serene yet adventurous hike that a whimper, almost drowned out by the waves, caught their attention. Peering over the edge, they spotted a small trembling puppy, its paws muddy, eyes wide with fear. This was no ordinary predicament. The cliffside was steep, the ledge barely wide enough for the puppy to turn around. Every cautious step it took could have been its last. Realizing the gravity of the situation, one of the hikers, who had some climbing experience, quickly dialed the local animal rescue team. As the rescue team arrived, they assessed the scenario. The cliff was notoriously tricky, known for its loose rocks and unpredictable winds. Collaborating swiftly, they enlisted the help of seasoned climbers from the nearby town. With precision and care, climbers descended toward the frightened puppy, equipped with specialized gear and a gentle touch. The operation was tense, each minute stretching long as the team worked to secure the puppy. Finally, with a custom-made harness, the climbers managed to carefully lift the scared, yet unharmed puppy up the cliffside. Cheers erupted as the puppy was brought to solid ground, its tail wagging tentatively. With teamwork and courage, the once terrified puppy found safety in the arms of rescuers. During a fierce winter storm, a heartwarming tale of survival unfolds. Nestled beneath a towering snowdrift, an elderly cat lay frozen, her whiskers dusted with ice, barely visible under the white blanket that enveloped her. It was in this frigid tableau that a snowplow driver, while clearing the sleepy streets of the town, noticed a faint stir in the snow. With a heart as warm as the coffee in his thermos, he stopped his massive vehicle to investigate. The driver, a kind-hearted man named Tom, approached the small mound cautiously. As he brushed away the snow, a pair of bewildered eyes met his. The cat, aged and frail, was shivering uncontrollably. Understanding the urgency, Tom gently scooped her into his cab, cranking up the heat. The warmth slowly revived the cat as he drove her straight to the nearest vet. At the veterinary clinic, the stakes were high. The elderly cat, now named Whisper by the staff, was suffering from severe hypothermia. Her body temperature was dangerously low and her heartbeat was faint. The veterinary team worked tirelessly, wrapping Whisper in thermal blankets and administering warm fluids. It was a touch-and-go situation, but their efforts were relentless. The community rallied around Whisper's plight, their generosity overflowing as they helped cover her medical expenses. It was a testament to the spirit of communal care and love for animals. Against all odds, this resilient cat not only survived the storm, but also found a warm, loving home. In the quiet aftermath of a closed zoo, lives hung in the balance. When financial hardship forced a once thriving zoo to shutter its gates, it wasn't just the end of an era, it was the beginning of a critical crisis for the dozens of animals left behind. These creatures, from the majestic to the minute, faced an uncertain future, trapped within the confines of their now abandoned enclosures. Among these were an aged lion, Leo, whose mane had lost much of its luster over the years. Leo had once been the king of his domain, a fierce creature inspiring awe with every roar. Now he lay listless, his roars reduced to soft growls, his kingdom nothing more than a neglected space echoing with memories of the past. Then there were Mika and Jojo, a pair of capuchin monkeys who clung to each other in their enclosure, their eyes wide with anxiety. Known for their playful spirits and mischievous antics, the silence that now surrounded them was unnatural, a stark contrast to the lively chatter and laughter that once filled their days. The closure of the zoo had come swiftly, a casualty of financial ruin that left little time for proper planning for these animal residents. As the news of the zoo's plight spread, animal welfare organizations sprang into action. A massive effort was underway to ensure that these abandoned creatures would not be forgotten. Rescue teams composed of veterinarians, wildlife experts, and dedicated volunteers worked tirelessly. The logistics were daunting, transporting an elderly lion, acclimatizing nervous monkeys to new surroundings, ensuring each animal was moved safely and humanely. Each case required careful consideration, unique strategies, and above all, compassion. Thanks to their efforts, Leo found a new home in a sanctuary specializing in the care of older big cats, a place where he could roam more freely, his roars echoing once again, albeit softer with age. Mika and Jojo were relocated to a different zoo, where they quickly became favorites among visitors, their playful nature winning hearts and drawing smiles. From despair to hope, these animals embarked on a new journey to a better life. When the riverbanks burst, a farm became an island of desperation. Nestled in the heart of a small town, this family-owned farm, usually bustling with life and activity, faced an unprecedented challenge as torrential rains caused the nearby river to swell and spill over its banks. The floodwaters rose swiftly, transforming pastures into ponds and barns into islands. Cattle, sheep, and even the family's beloved collie were stranded, their usual grazing grounds now a vast expanse of water. The scene could only be described as chaotic, with animals in distress and the farm family overwhelmed by the speed of the rising water. But as dire as the situation seemed, it also brought out the best in the community. Neighbors, friends, and even strangers came together, arriving with boats, makeshift rafts, and a determination to help. The local fire department coordinated efforts, ensuring that every living creature, big and small, was accounted for. One particularly heart-stopping rescue involved a group of piglets that had been caught in a flooded pen. With no time to spare, a pair of brave souls navigated their small boat through debris-filled waters to reach the squealing youngsters just in time. They used a large tub found floating nearby to ferry the piglets to safety, each one handed over the muddy water with care and urgency. As the day wore on, the rescues continued. Each animal saved brought a cheer from onlookers, a small victory against the relentless flood. But it wasn't just about saving the animals, it was about preserving a way of life for the farm family, who depended on their livestock for their livelihood. Innovative solutions were key. For instance, large water troughs were repurposed into makeshift boats, and hay bales were strategically placed to provide temporary islands for smaller animals to clamber onto. Human bravery and quick thinking saved numerous lives that day, proving the strength of community in times of need. In the bustling city, wildlife rescue takes on a unique urgency. As skyscrapers tower and traffic roars, many wouldn't expect the city to be a place where wild animals struggle to survive. Yet, here they are, navigating a concrete jungle, facing dangers at every turn. Urban wildlife, from the swift sparrows to the stealthy raccoons, often find themselves in predicaments that are far from their natural instincts. Birds may collide with reflective glass windows, unable to discern the barrier, while raccoons might find themselves trapped in dumpsters after a night of foraging. One poignant tale involves a young deer found wandering in a busy shopping district, disoriented and terrified amidst the hustle and bustle. It was a rescue team, adept in urban wildlife crises, that gently guided it to safety, ensuring it returned to a more suitable environment on the city's outskirts. Another rescue features a family of raccoons. The mother and her kits were nestled in the chimney of an old apartment building, a spot that seemed safe until smoke began to rise. Quick to respond, wildlife specialists carefully extracted the raccoon family, relocating them to a nearby park, a much safer haven. These stories highlight the critical work of urban wildlife rescuers. These dedicated teams not only need to understand animal behavior, but also be skilled in maneuvering through the city's labyrinth, ensuring both human and animal safety. Every rescue brings a wild soul back from the brink, right in our backyards. Every rescue story shared today touches on a profound truth. In the tales of Cliffside puppies, winter storm cats, abandoned zoo animals, and more, we've seen the undeniable impact of animal rescues. These aren't just uplifting narratives. They're pivotal moments where compassion meets action, transforming despair into hope. Let's reflect on why these rescues matter. For the animals, it's a second chance at life. Many rescued animals come from dire situations. They're facing imminent danger or suffering from neglect. Rescues provide these creatures with the essential care they desperately need, and more importantly, a loving home. But the benefits extend beyond the animals themselves. For people participating in or supporting animal rescues can be profoundly rewarding. It's a chance to connect with nature and contribute to a cause greater than oneself. This engagement not only fosters a sense of community, but also nurtures empathy and kindness in society. Ethically rescuing animals is a stand against neglect and cruelty. It's a declaration that all creatures deserve respect and compassion. Ecologically, especially with wildlife, rescues play a crucial role in maintaining biodiversity and the health of ecosystems. Now think about the emotional journeys involved, the moments of joy when an animal is saved, the bonds formed, and the lives changed. These stories inspire and remind us of the good in the world. Together, we can make a difference. One rescue at a time, share your story and continue the chain of compassion in action.